So the NBA Finals are today, and the Boston Celtics are the massive, and I mean massive, favorites for the bookies. Like, if you were to look at the odds, you would think that this is going to be as one-sided a series as there's ever been. I'm shocked because if you asked 100 people on the streets, I'm convinced 50 of them would say the Dallas Mavericks are going to win. 50 of them would say that the Boston Celtics are going to win. But look, it is what it is with that. Sometimes Vegas knows best. Other times, people know best. Either way, it is what it is. Doesn't make much of a difference once the ball is thrown in, unless you're one of those people that believes the NBA is rigged. But in this video, we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why the Boston Celtics will win. I'm personally going Dallas. That's my prediction. But I've given 5 reasons in a previous video why the Dallas Mavericks are going to win. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the Celtics. And the reason why we're talking about the Celtics right here is that they've got a great chance of winning. This is, in my opinion, as close and as hard to predict the finals as there's been in a long, long time. And I think there's a lot of reasons why the Celtics should have an advantage. So this is 5 reasons if the Celtics are to win, 5 reasons why they will. So the first reason is they just simply put have the best roster in the league. With Porzingis back, they've got an insanely good roster. They have got Al Horford coming off the bench. And I'd say Porzingis will probably start coming off the bench. But you've got Derrick White, one of the best 3-and-D guards in the league. You've got Jrue Holiday, who is one of the best defensive guards in the league still, and has won a championship, even though, as Stephen A. Smith said, Kyrie's the only person who won a championship so in this series. You got Jaylen Brown, who is looking like somewhere between a star and a superstar, on the kind of lower end, like definitely a star, a little bit into superstar. And then you've got Tatum on the opposite end of that, where it's like probably a superstar, but sometimes playing down to the level of a star. Either way, if one of those two plays like a superstar, they're hard to beat. When you've also got Al Horford, you've got Porzingis, you've got Peyton Pritchard, you've got Sam Hauser. Heck, even the likes of Luke Cornett and Xavier Tillman can come in and give you minutes. They just are so stacked. They're so stacked. Joe Mazzulla is a really good offensive coach. They all know what they're doing. Yes, they do not defend like they used to, but they're way better in offense than they used to be. So it's going to be a really, really interesting game. It's going to be a really interesting game. And number 2 is the Celtics legitimately have 4, maybe 5 guys on any given night that can give you 30. Like, Porzingis on any given night can give you 30. Derrick White can give you 30 on any given night, especially in the playoffs with the way Derrick White is playing. Look, maybe Jrue Holiday gives you 30 once in the series. I said 5, but not entirely sure about Jrue Holiday. Maybe we can just go 4. But Derrick White and Porzingis could give you 30 in any given game. And Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum could average close to 60 between them for the series. The 2 of those guys are 2 of the best scorers, 2 of the better scorers left in the playoffs. Jaylen Brown tends to be at least a playoff equal. Could be a playoff riser. Tatum has struggled in a lot of big games. He struggled mildly in his first NBA Finals. He struggled a bit in these playoffs. Still, though, Jayson Tatum is a guy that can give you 30 on any given night. He can give you 40. Heck, he can give you 50 at least once in this series. And this really is look, I don't think anyone is going to come out of this series, unless Luka averages 25 points a game, thinking Tatum is better than Luka Doncic. Look, I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think the Tatum better than Luka conversations are going to be happening at all in this series. I think it's just the team is better because the Celtics are stacked. But they've just got so much firepower. And I think one of 2 things going to happen. Tatum's either going to be unbelievable or Tatum's going to be awful in these finals. I don't think there's an in-between. Jaylen Brown, I still think can step up. And they're just hard to stop, especially with Porzingis on the floor and their ability to space the floor. The Dallas Mavericks were able to do a good job on Minnesota when they were able to camp in a little bit on Rudy Gobert. When Naz Reid was on the floor, they struggled a little bit on the defensive end, but at the same time, Naz Reid did not give you near what Rudy Gobert did defensively. And I think the Porzingis is going to give you what Naz Reid gives you on offense, and maybe not quite Gobert on defense, but he's still huge. So I think Porzingis being back is a bit of a game changer there. And the Dallas Mavericks might struggle just to deal with the pure firepower and the fact that there is nobody you can leave open on this Celtics team. Third reason is they have a lot more playoff experience as a team. If you look at the Dallas Mavericks from their 2022 playoff run, who's remaining. Dwight Powell, who doesn't play. Maxi Kleber. And off the top of my head, that's it, I think. Was Josh Green in the league in 2022? I really don't know if Josh Green was on that team. But, like, that's a... Yeah, Josh Green was on that team. That's it. That's it. They're very new playing with each other. They're a very new team to having playoff runs. And this Celtics team have had playoff runs together. Whether it's the whole... it hasn't been the whole team, but, like, Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derrick White have all had multiple playoff runs. Luke Cornett when he plays. Like, a good few, almost all of those were there when they made the finals in 2022. Almost all those were there for the highs of that and then the lows of losing to Miami last year. They were there when they beat the Celtics in 7 games. They've been through absolutely everything as a team in the playoffs. And that has to stand for something, right? And surely that has to stand for something. Playoff experience has to matter, especially playoff experience as a team, which is something that, while individuals for Dallas have playoff experience, Kyrie's got playoff experience, Luka obviously has playoff experience, a lot of these guys have playoff experience. What they do not have is playoff experience as a team, and it's going to be interesting to see how that works out, whether or not you never, like, look, you can, the only way you can get experience is by going to somewhere, or is by making a finals. A lot of teams make the finals in their first try, and I don't know, like, if experience does matter, especially experience as a team, the Celtics have got that. Another thing the Boston Celtics have over Dallas is they do have better individual defenders. Like, they're as good a defensive team as Dallas, if not better when they want to be. Like, Dallas, statistically, especially the end of the year, were better. Big reason for that would have been the Gafford and Lively just being elite shot blockers. At the same time, though, as far as individuals go, like, jrue's a great defender. Porzingis can protect the rim. Jaylen Brown and Tatum, like, Jaylen Brown's a really good defender. Tatum's not a bad defender either. And then Derrick White's a really good defender. So while their team doesn't seem to play the greatest defense at times, they're not the greatest at holding teams to low points in most scenarios. What the Celtics do have is they have a lot of individual defenders. So when it comes time to it, or it comes down to it, they can put guys on individuals. Like, they can put guys in Kyrie, they can put guys on Luka to try to slow them down. I don't necessarily think they will as a team. I don't think they will as individuals, but they have that ability that not that Dallas have it. Like, Dallas, as far as their matchups go, it's tough to hide Luka anywhere on that team. And then you've got Kyrie, who's probably going to could well start on Jaylen Brown. You've got Derrick White probably. No, I'd say White and Washington will guard Tatum and Brown. Kyrie will probably start on White, and Luka might guard jrue. I don't know what way they're going to start it off with, but their matchups are a lot easier. They got 3-4 guys you can put on anybody. They're tough. As far as individual defenders go, they're really, really good. And the last reason is Porzingis is back. Porzingis is back. That is massive for the Boston Celtics. Porzingis might be the antidote, or it might be like he might be the thing that, like, I don't know why I said antidote. I was trying to think of why I said that word, but, like, he might be the one thing that he might be the answer. He might be the answer, because he gives you 60% to 70% of what Rudy Gobert gives you on defense. He's got the length. He might give you 60% to Gobert, but also you can't leave Porzingis open. Like, if teams are going to leave Porzingis open, he's playing in positions where he's able to succeed. He's not standing in the corner like he did in Dallas. He's actually playing his game. Porzingis could have and maybe should have been an all-star this year. And the only thing is that we just need to know we just don't know how bad that calf injury is, because there is potential that calf injury is a bit worse than we think. And Boston are saying he's going to be available, and he's only available to play a couple of minutes here and there, because you just never know with some of these injuries. But at the end of the day, it's a big addition. Like, I think without Porzingis, I would not really predict that they'd win. I would not be predicting Boston to win at all if there wasn't for Porzingis. And with Porzingis, I think it is a near 50-50. So anyway, that is the video. These are my 5 reasons why the Boston Celtics will win the NBA championship. Let me know what you guys think, whether you guys agree, whether you guys disagree. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.